Hey y'all, my name is Imani Batts, the owner of Cafe Trends, and this is the first segment of The Culture. Come in.
Imani, I appreciate you coming on, being the first person to run this segment. I wanted to speak on one of the endeavors that you just got into. It was called the Get Ready With Me experience, the runway. How did that all come about?
It's interesting. It started from me going down my whole personal hair story and hair journey. I started my locks last year in February, and it just kind of went down like a whole spiral of just like me loving my crown and just want to showcase that through my artistry, which is fashion, and it just curated into like a whole experience because I was just like, God was just telling me, you should do this. You should add a whole experience, not just a fashion show. All thanks to God. And yeah, it was just me going internal to express myself outward.
You did a wonderful job. I see that you had a plethora of vendors.
Yes.
And you had a plethora of models. And last but not least, you had some acts as well. Could you speak on how that came about?
Yeah, so I wanted to add more of our culture to the experience because it was all about Black hair, Black culture, and Black experience. So I'm just like, how can I connect with the community? How can the community just come and showcase their gifts, just how I'm doing? So we had Fro Gang Foundation. The girls came and performed a song, which is still lit to this day. Like it's still stuck in my head. It's a Fro Gang thing. We had Haley Clancy that performed a poem that was so nice. We had Sankofa Village, African drummers and dancers shut down the event. When I tell you, the kids performed their behinds off, and it was just so good and just so beautiful to see them. Also, my father and I produced and shoot a mini documentary series about hair journeys. We asked some people around the city and just asking about their personal hair journeys and how they grew up with discovering their hair and their crown and all the things. So yeah, it was a lot, but it was so beautiful bringing everything together, and everyone was just happy to be a part of the experience.
I wanted to ask you, for the people that don't know you, with you losing your job around the time frame that you did, would you consider it a gift or a curse, and why?
I believe that it was a gift. It was a gift from God of how He brought me to a space that I had to really sit down and figure out what I want in life and what are my heart desires and what I would like to see my older self being. And I don't regret it at all. I feel like there's a reason why I came back to Pittsburgh, because it evolved me into a beautiful woman that I am today. So just because one door closed doesn't mean another one's not going to open. So yeah, I think it's a gift.
So I wanted to go to, I know I said it a little bit earlier, but congratulations, not just on just this journey, but you being you, the endeavors that you encountered, how you succeeded highly and everything.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? And I just wanted to ask you, with all the success, all the trials and tribulations, what's something, or what's your number one thing that you're thankful for?
I am thankful for God giving me to give to share to others. I'm grateful that I'm able to be a servant. I'm grateful that I'm able to wake up and do the things that I love every day. Some days are better than others. I'm not going to let you think that this entrepreneurial life is easy. It's not easy. It's not, but seeing the reward, it's not even the reward, it's the journey also, because the character development is well needed through this whole process. But once you get to the end, and it's not ever an end technically, but once you get to a point, you be like, wow, like you see the growth, you see the development, you see you just see a whole change, a whole 180 in your life. So yeah, I went on a tangent, but yeah, I'm just grateful for life in general. Yeah.
No, thank you. I appreciate you on a personal level, just speaking on you studying abroad overseas. How did this shape you as a person? Just, with a lot of people that live in Pittsburgh, they have that Pittsburgh mentality. I know it might not be in every city, but I know with our city, people don't want to leave. So how would you state that this was a wonderful transition for you as a young person?
Yeah. Going to Florence I want to say I was 23, turning 24. It was definitely a great experience that was super well needed to just to know that there's a life outside of Pittsburgh. Have I traveled around? Yes, but it's something that makes you appreciate your own culture and just other people's culture more when you go overseas and experience a whole new life. I always tell people the air is different out there, the food is different out there. It's just like a whole different experience, and it just molded me into a person that feels confident in the space that I'm in, loving people more. I feel like it was a different type of love out there. It gave me a whole new perspective that I tell people, if you have the chance to go overseas, do it. It's going to change your life. And yeah.
It was like a breath of fresh air.
Yes, absolutely. Literally, because the mills is kind of killing our lungs. So.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, it was definitely a whole breath of fresh air that was just well needed, especially during that time. I feel like I was just going through a very chaotic time. So the fact that I was able to go overseas and do fashion and run events and be an assistant creative director, it was just like everything that I didn't even knew it was possible. But until I was in it, I was like, what? Like, I'm working with Chanel leather. Like, it's just like amazing. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
So I wanted to ask you, what are your top 3 styles that you love?
So my top 3 styles that I love, I personally like athletic wear. Personally,
okay.
I love upcycling athletic wear or just putting it into my style because I like a tomboy, sexy style. I like.
Say Aaliyah vibes.
Aaliyah vibes.
Yes.
You know the vibes.
Yes.
I'm trying to think. The other 2, I want to say being bold and being expressive. I think that's what comes with creating stuff for Catherine Trends for me, especially the Get Ready With Me runway collection. It was just really bold, very loud, very expressive, making a statement. So we can correlate those 2, making a statement and being bold. Those are the styles that I like.
Got you. Being outstanding. Mm-hmm. Now, rolling into my part 2 of that question would be more so for what you create. Yeah. What would be your top 3 styles? Because I know there's the tapestry style, there's the bed lining style, there's the jean style. You do great with all 3 of the ones that I'm speaking of. Those are my top 3. Just so you know.
Just throwing it out there.
just throwing it out there. But you do wonderful with all these styles. But I also see other things that you venture off, like accessories and things like that. Yeah. It makes a very big difference because it separates you from a lot of people.
Thank you.
But what will be your top 3?
My top 3, okay.
I know for a creator, this is hard.
I do like the tapestry pants. I personally like the hoodies now, personally. I do like the hoodies, and for the spring, for the ladies, I got something special for y'all, so stay tuned for that. That's 1. 2, I would say I love the accessories. Like, I love the bamboo earring jacket. That's just very loud, just very in your face, very bold. And I'm going to go with the collage outfit because it took forever for me to make it, but it was just so unique bringing those images from a magazine into clothing. So I would say that's my 3rd one.
I want to talk on, just for more people to know and understand, like, how did you end up getting into a physical location? Because that's major.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's not easy.
Yeah. That's not.
It's not at all. It's not hard, but to know that you took action.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How did it come about?
Okay. So last year I filled out an application for Brew House. Shout out to Brew House. That's where I'm at right now. It's a distillery residency for artists that you have your own space for a year, and it's a whole mentorship, and you'll have the space to create. And I knew for a very long time, once I started Catherine Trends, that I needed something separate from my everyday life and work. So I signed up and applied, and luckily they accepted my application. So I'm part of 6 other artists here, and it's been a ride. This is my second home. This is my baby.
That's major.
I'm so happy. Even I'm curious to see where the next endeavor is going to be for Catherine Trends for an actual physical location. But yeah, this is my house, my art
humble
house,
abode.
my humble abode. My second home. So yeah, I'm really appreciative of it.
Oh yeah, for sure, most definitely. So recently, I seen a post, and you post frequently. You're great with the content.
Thank you.
For sure. You know what I mean, and collaborations. Me and you also have done collaborations.
Okay, yeah.
But I see that you're doing a hairstyle Easter fundraiser.
Yes.
And it's you are partnering with Morcasia from Dauntless Hair.
Yes.
That's part of Knight's Barbershop.
Yes.
How did that come about? And that is something that's like, look, when it comes to being a creator, being creative, and hearing about these things, it's something that moved me when I seen it. I was like, this is something that's just like, this is just super awesome in so many different ways. You know what I mean? Because it's not just you thinking about yourself. How did this come about?
Yeah, so with curating the whole Get Ready With Me runway experience, I didn't just want to show boast. I really wanted to give back to the community. Since we were talking about Black hair, I was like, how can I give back to my community when it comes to hair? And I was like, you know what? I would love to pay for some hairstyles for Easter. Easter is right around the corner, so I was just like, I feel like it makes sense. We put on our Sunday best.
You know how Easter get? Come
on
now.
Easter get. So I really just wanted to give back to the kids to understand that it doesn't have to be a holiday to appreciate your crown. You have to really I understand whenever you get older, you go internal and do some internal work and all the things, but I believe that at a young age, it was a really difficult time to navigate our hair, like especially if you didn't know the texture and what to do with it. So I really just wanted to give back, and shout out to Smiley. I call her Smiley, but shout out to Smiley and Kat for wanting to get on board with something that's so new and just so I never did anything like this before, but I just knew I really wanted to give this from the heart, and was just being obedient because God was like, you have to give back to your community. So I was just like, you know what? I feel like this would be a super dope opportunity to give back in a very unique way with some free hairstyles, haircuts for the kids under 12.
See, that's super dope. You got to give to receive.
Yeah.
When it comes down to it. And before we get up out of here, I wanted to say 2 things. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
And everything. You. Yeah, you already know. Come on now. And everything that you do as a whole, not just for you, but for the culture, for the Pittsburgh community, and you going global with everything. You know what I mean? Let them know what your Instagram is so they can give you a follow.
Yeah, if you don't follow me.
If you don't
follow me already, which is fine, but you should.
Yes.
It's Catherine Trends. Catherine with a C. Trends with a Z at the end. There is a logo with an I with a shirt. So yeah, give me a follow. My name is Imani Batts. I understand there's a difference between Catherine and Imani. Catherine's my middle name. But yeah, you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, anywhere that you get contact at, I'm there. So, yeah.
Hey, I appreciate you. And this is the first segment of The Culture.